Welcome, guys. Welcome. We're back with Fortress Friday for Dwarf Fortress, and so of course we're just going to continue on where we left off. And now the reason I stopped at this screen, I always try to end off because I've got a pretty bad memory. I always try to end off with something I've got to do, and this is the Queen's bedroom. So this is what we're going to be sort of focusing on today: is trying to upgrade this as much as we possibly can. We need to get just to very, very quickly sort of put this into perspective. We have a queen in the fortress who. And we'll go through all the different bits and pieces, but essentially if we go to nobles, in through here, you'll see that all of the stuff that she needs is all in yellow. And that means that it's not good enough. When we hover over these different things, we've got, for example, she's got a decent study, but she needs a royal throne room. She's got a decent quarters, but she needs a royal bedroom. She's got a dining room, but she needs a royal dining room. She's got a burial chamber, but she needs a royal mausoleum. So these are all in different areas of the fortress. We've got these different areas, like the throne room, for example, is somewhere different to, and what we're just looking at here is really just her bedroom and her where is it? The study. So we've got the study and the bedroom. We've got the dining room and the bedroom. That is what we're looking at the moment. And we just need to sort of make them as high quality as we possibly can to get them up to royal status. And we'll do this as we sort of start to go through. For example, having a essentially the decent quarters, we need a royal bedroom. So we already have decent. It's not sort of too bad. You'll see there's other things as well, like the captain of the guard also has got a modest study at this stage, but needs just a study, and so the dungeon master as well. So both of these are required for these guys as well. So they're not quite sort of working. We also have things like mandates that have been put in. So we need to make 2 bucklers, which I think we've already queued that one up. And the export of short swords is prohibited in through here by the mayor. So the queen and the mayor are doing different things. By the way, the queen is still available if someone does want to name the queen. So as long as you don't have a dwarf in the fortress at this stage, you can actually sort of name the characters. But of course, if they die, you get banned for half an hour. So that's sort of that's the rules, the DasDemption rules. I should have written DasDemption on the description if you're watching in Twitch. Anyway, that's sort of where we are. So we've got a fair few nobles. We've got up 99 population in the fortress. We had one die last time. I forget what it was from. One of the guys died somewhere. I forget how that one actually did work. And what else do we have? That's pretty much all we need to worry about on that screen. I'll just go and right click. So this is her quarters. We're going to need to sort of got like special doors and things like that. So we're going to have to go and start to build something that is really, really suitable for her. There's going to be things, for example, like we've just got a bed in through here, which is a fungi wood bed at this point in time. They have to be made out of wood. But what we can do is we can start to sort of go through and actually build everything up to what she requires at her level. But at this stage, this is just all open doors. There's an open door policy here, and and so essentially, this has to be sort of done a bit better than what we're sort of seeing through here. All right, let's go down. We've got one injured citizen, which is down through here. This is Klingzog, who is one of our military dwarfs. We can have a look. This one's seriously injured, and unconscious just means sleeping at this stage. If they're in the hospital, which is where they are, we can have a quick look at the health and just see ability to stand has been lost. The wounds, we can see there that we've got different things that have been smashed apart. Neck has been torn open, right knee has been torn open there as well. So the right hip, the muscle has been sutured. If you look at the treatment, so diagnosis required, crutch required. So there's still a diagnosis required here. History, yep, this is essentially what's actually happened with Klingzog, and if we can see there was certainly old wounds that had sort of happened over time. He is one of our military guys after all. And then in 304, brought to rest in a bed and evaluated initially by Dwarf, the chief medical dwarf, but still needs to be actually diagnosed properly. Winterflautas redeemed a custom reward. Okay, I'm feeling princessly. There we are. Okay, cool. So I'll just make, actually I'm pretty sure that you don't have anyone in the fortress. So we'll just go back and find the queen. Where are you? Few symbols. Okay, that's okay. I'll just click on done. I won't do that one. So I thought I could actually grab her from there. All right, so we just need to find the queen in amongst this other lot. Where is she? Should stand out in the list, I would have thought, but there's a lot of them in here. There's got to be a better way than doing it this way, I think. There's all just the kids. Oh, there she is. Tosid, down the bottom there, the very, very last one. And she's off shearing a stray ewe at the moment. So we'll just go across to where she is, or just go to her grouping. Just go in and change her name. There we are. So this is the Winder Flautus. Done. All right, so that's good. Will you kill me again under 2 minutes? Like in room well. Yeah, that was funny. That was really, really funny, actually. Anyway, no, but she should be fine. So we've got actually got a trader ready to trade as well, and we haven't actually done anything in the trade depot. We do need to go and do this one. So we haven't brought Monka's strap in yet, but we do need to just keep on trading. It's the reason trading is important is that we need to keep on pushing our the value of the fortress up, and you can sort of see through there. There's got imported wealth in through there, which is only which is only sort of like a small amount. There's sort of like we don't have really good numbers here just yet, but so exported wealth, imported wealth. We need to sort of get these numbers up a fair bit. Now at the moment, there's we've got created wealth, which is fairly accurate, but the other ones just aren't. So we've got all these different things like weapons, armor, furniture. So we're sort of slowly sort of building things up, but the actual created wealth there of 19,000. This has a bearing on just how much your castle is seen, or your fortress is actually seen by others. And so we'll sort of, I think what we'll do here is, we just need to keep on trading and trading and trading. Now we do actually have some things in through here, finished goods bins, which have been set up for trade. So what we'll do is we'll just come back across, we'll move goods to and fro the depot, like while we're here. We'll just go down to bins. Where are they? And leather bins, armor bins, finished goods bins. Now these are, how far away is that one? Distance 61. I want the ones that are close. Yeah, so we've got distance 3 in through here. So this is, there's bars and blocks. I don't really want to be bothered selling those as such. The really is just the distance away. Should be able to sort that one. Sort by distance from the depot. Yeah, that's what we've got selected at this stage. Sort by value. I'll just do sort by distance. So when we come back in through here, yeah, that's just all blocks. We do have the finished goods bin there, but that's distance of 4. Oh, actually, this one here, we will include that one. Is there another finished goods bin? Finished goods, distance 5. Finished goods with only 3 items. Yeah, not really worth it. This weapon only contains 2. I won't worry about bringing that one up. The armor bin. The armor that we've got, I don't want to sell that off. I'm just keeping that one for my own use. Yeah, these are all fairly distant. Let's see if there's anything else further down that we can sort of grab. So we do have other sort of weapons bins, nothing else really. So it's only those 3. That one there, the finished goods bin there, contains 82 items. I might bring that one up just because it's worth. These are both worth a lot, but they're a long way down into the fortress. I'll start with the ones that we actually currently have, and we'll just sort of see how we go there. So that will do. So they'll be moved into the fortress itself. Up into the trading area. So we do actually have some waiting on 2 items in through this other side. There should be 3, but anyway, that's okay. That one there should have been moved as well. do we not move that one? Move goods. So in this case, we'll just go to, again, bins. So we've got got some that are like we've got the bars and blocks, which are essentially we've got blocks ready for building things, but they're not really worth a lot of money. They're really just for our internal building. So when we come back down to here, we've got those two selected. There should have been another one. Finished goods. Oh, it's only had 3 items in it, so not really worth it. Yeah, no, that's okay. All right, that's fine. Yep, that's okay. All right, so we'll wait for that to come in. So we'll then start to do the trade. We have 47 hostiles, which are all going to be underground. Just make doubly sure nothing's above ground. It's just if you go through all of these. These are all zombies underground here. Nothing for us to really concern ourselves with. We might start also to, well, we do want to sort of do the Queen's Quarters type stuff, so we might just start to sort of build up different areas. Yeah, there's nothing else underneath there. Just go back up to F1, which is the fortress, the start of the fortress in through this other side. We do actually have like a few different things that have been now caught. We've got a goblin in a cage in through here, which has come back to life. So I'll just go through and just make sure that these are now able to be, yeah, so right lower arm. We're just going to get a lot of this sort of stuff ultimately, which I will actually get rid of at some point. So we've sort of designated different things to be thrown away, which like all these zombie type stuff, which I will do. That cage trap is, that one's ready to go. That one's fine as well. So we'll just let them sort of come back in and fix up the various traps that we actually have around the place, which is useful. I could even sort of clean out a little bit of this area, you know, sort of, and actually make it so that we end up with a bit of a flat area around the fortress. I don't know if it's raining. Yeah, so yeah, with what we have, I might even just do that actually. I might just go and, we've got all these different guys outside here as well, like the various bodies. That one's, that's just a mangled corpse. Let's go and throw that one away as well. So, okay, so hi Naz, how you going? And then T for Wood saying, thank Armok it's Friday. Yes, yes indeed, the great god. Hi Resmelin, how you going? And Began as well. Welcome guys. So this is Thaler's mangled corpse, splattered with goblin and frozen blood. So this was, sorry, cobalt frozen blood. So this is one of the, I'll just get these all thrown away. We've got also other various things up through here as well. You know, it sort of wouldn't be bad to grab these while it's safe. We've got his right lower leg, left upper arm. So these were smashed by our guys. Absolutely smashed. I'll just go and throw all of these bodies away. Elephant Man redeemed a custom reward. Not sure if I've been named yet. Let's have a look and see. So we can go by name. I don't think you are. No, you're not. So otherwise you'd show up in here. So let's see who you can have. So we've got some good units actually. We have the military, which is sort of where I'm trying to sort of now flesh that one out with the various groups. So we actually, I'll just see if there's anything else. Like this is Aban, who is actually part of our military, leading a dodging demonstration in the barracks at the moment. Butcher Presser. We've got an abbot as well. This one's in charge of. So I don't know if this one's fully in charge of everything. I think he is. I think this is actually a fairly high level religious character. So we've got that one as well. So there's a few good people to actually to grab in through here as well. So these are all the ones that can be sort of taken. There's another one. So this is sparring. It's another one of our military. I might give you one of the military. Just that I'm going to be sort of, they're going to be getting more and more involved in stuff, I think, over time. So you've got performers, fish cleaners, armourers, which are very, very important now for the fortress. I've got a dungeon master who ultimately will be the main one, but will dish out the punishment. who else have we got? We've got just different doctors. Like they always get in trouble. Well, it's just trying to find people who get into trouble. Just this stuff to have a bit of a look at. So military sounds good. Defend the base. Okay, we'll do that. Peasants down that way as well. I'll probably end up sort of making another. Yeah, there's another. This one's watching. Zasset is watching the dodging demonstration. Well, let's have a look at the first one at the top there, and just go with that one. I think the one that's leading it. The fact that he's actually leading it makes it sound like he's probably a bit more of a. Yeah, so he's actually. It looks like he may be a bit more in charge of things. So this is a wrestler. And if we go to military, and oh yeah, no, he's done pretty well. He's already killed the giantess, so he actually was the one who landed the killing blow there. Yeah, he's been good actually, and a goblin in Twinkling Hammer as well. So he's actually had a couple of other, like particularly that giantess. That was a big attack that we had to sort of go back in through there. So he's certainly ready to go. If we go and have a look at his skills. He's actually there. His combat skills back into here. Legendary Observer. Okay, so he is really a leader of men. Professional army user. Yeah, he's good. He's very, very good, and he's just getting his Hammer Dwarf skills up now. He's an adept biter. All right, this can be Elephant Man. So we'll go and name this one. I always spell this one wrong. There we go, Elephant Man. Right, done it. So I find that miners can stir up a lot of exciting trouble, says Big. And yeah, depending on what they do, and I'm gonna actually now go and move the base of the fortress out a little bit, just so we end up with a bit more of a broad area around the fortress itself. And we may even sort of look at building even more on top of the fortress. I was thinking, like when I was sort of waking up, I've only just got up, but when I was sort of, just before I started doing the stream, I was thinking, I might, I could even just sort of start to do things where we start to get powered systems in the top of the fortress using like a big roof area. Maybe even get my guys. You see how there's vomit everywhere because they've been outside. And maybe I need to train them, have a training area outside for them as well, just so that they get used to the actual, to being out in the sunlight and also in the goo. So we're sort of trying to figure out different ways to do that one. Elephant Man saying perfect. Hopeful survival skills are up to par. I think it looks good. This one here is just learning to use the hammer now. Competent wrestler, competent shield user. Professional dodger, which is really the key thing here. Like if you're good at dodging, you do survive nearly anything, unless you get thrown off, unless you throw yourself off a bridge or something like that into lava, which can happen, of course. So dodgers are going to be jumping around all over the place, and army use as well. Like this guy really, this is very, very good. Like these numbers are great. Great fighter. There we are. So. This is so Elephant Man is now our new. Just make doubly sure. Yep, he's now taken that role. Okay, that's cool. So we've got that one there. Still need all these things to come back in, of course. So yeah, we'll see sort of vomit all over the place. This is because they've been outside. It's very, very poor. Outside is really, really quite difficult. If we just go up, we've got staircases that go up to this level here, but then we don't actually have anything that goes beyond this up to the roof, and so the roof doesn't really have a lot. But what I could do is actually build areas outside to get all sorts of different things happening, I guess. So I might think about that one. Again, we can see more vomit and stuff. Like this hasn't been cleaned, this area. Usually the dwarves sort of will clean things up. I'm going to go outside though and just dig out this little area. So let's just give them orders to go in and, sorry, not that one, dig orders. And we're just going to dig down. So we've got things like, for example, to dig a channel. And I'm just going to go and dig a channel. I think I'm going to dig out about this far. So I'm just going to start there and just move my way across this side to about there, I think. And then similarly just down the back through here as well. That way we're just going to end up with a bit of an area around the fortress. And I'll do the same over this way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I just went one more. So I'll just go that way, and that's 7 there as well. All right. That way we're just going to end up with with an area around the fortress. It'll be nice and flat. So we'll start to then sort of go and get like archer dwarves, and they'll be able to then sort of work from these battlements. We've got like fortifications that have been built up through here for the future, for when we do actually have like a ranged military. So we might even start looking at that over the next coming days, etc. Let's just unpause the game and let things develop. I might just go down and do the trading now. So they're bringing all this stuff in. Nothing much in there. There we go. All right, that's all we've got to trade. So we don't have a real lot. Let's just go and broker requested at the depot. So the broker is Monkerstrap. So we'll just go and ask for Monkerstrap to come in and join in here. And where is Monkerstrap? He's got the blue hat. There he is, ready to go. So he's the manager of the fortress, and we'll just start trading. So we don't have a real lot. We've got about 1,000, and these are all just going to be fine, just for basically sort of selling off these goods that we have. We might even build even more of these special. I'm just making sure there's nothing in here that we want to be keeping. Let's just go and sell both of those. So we've got around about 2,000 to sell. So you can see their value 2,000, and really it's just coming down to what we want to then go and grab from these other guys. Blue peacock, don't need that one. Iron crossbow for 100. This is where we can build our own, but I think I'll start to pick up these sorts of things now. Actually, gypsum plaster. This is one thing we cannot get from our fortress. So I'm going to grab all of that. This is for setting bones. So all of the gypsum plaster. Now that's we've got a value there of 340. Leather is, we actually have a fairly good leather industry now, so we don't really need that one. Hi Sev, how you going? How goes it in the colony? We're doing very, very, very well. It's surprising actually how well we're doing for such a dangerous location. There's cloth. Now cloth is worth 1,000. This is worth a fair bit. I won't grab that just yet, but that's actually a good one for us to come back to if we need to get other things. We are starting to now get our own pigtail, because there's an iron anvil. Again, I can build my own, so I don't really need that one. I can build most of these things, so I don't really need a lot of what they've got in through here. I might just get things like plump helmets. I'll just get a bunch of those. Maybe something that's a bit more. Leaves and fruits. Looking for actual seeds. Yeah, there's nothing much there. We do have codices in through here. If we start to build a library, this may be worth getting now, is to start to buy these sorts of things as well. So we're up to 1,300. Got a whole lot of different cheese. I always worry about seeing dwarven cheese. Means they're milking their dwarves, which is unusual. It costs a lot. Yeah, there's more dwarven cheese there. We won't worry about that one. So there's nothing much. There's capers. Yeah, there's just a few plump helmets and things. There's fish, which we don't have any sort of fishing in through here. Not that we really need it as such. Yeah, the pigtail cloth, I might just... Okay, this one here, it's now become a bit grey. Like the value, the trader profit is still actually up there. We can't give them everything. I don't mind them getting a little bit. Let's just see if they'll take that one. So we'll do the trade. Yes, proceed. There we go. So seems pleased with the trading. They made good profit, and we then increased the value of our fortress by doing that one. So that's done. We don't need to do anything else. There's nothing great in that lot that had come through. So we'll just right click on that one, and we no longer need no trader needed at the depot. So we've now sort of gone and done that particular one. That's all fine. We have diplomacy as well, which we have to then go and have a look at. So the Mayor of Vinyl Rabbit, its meetings with the outpost liaison Zon Meslogum. Zon saying Mulesi. Now this is an important one. This is the first one that we've actually had since the Queen, the King was overthrown essentially, and the Queen then set herself up in our fortress, and she came from nowhere. So she's become the queen of the whole civilization, and so there will be something that happened in the mountain homes that we're not really aware of. So we're being told that now for the first time. There's much to share information added to the civilization world information, so we'll have a look at that one. Just go and click on OK. So all I really want is powders, because that's the one thing we can't build for ourselves. Everything else we can do. Where's powders? There it is. Just gypsum powder. That's all we want. Just because if we need to set bones, we don't have an ability to do that with what we have. So we're just going to click on done. So they're going to charge us more for that, which is fine. And so let's discuss. So a need for maces is expected. You'll be able to provide some. Now we do actually have some incredible maces that we are making for ourselves anyway. Actually, I think we're making maces or hammers. Maces or hammers. I can't remember which one we're actually focused on. Which is great against the undead. So that's why we're making them. We'll just go and click on OK. Now we are paused. That's okay. So with the let's go and have a look and see what actually what we know from the from what actually came through. So we'll go to news and rumors, and we can see there that there has been some big attacks going back up through here into this is the dwarven fortress of Shieldbeeld, and so population 200. In the late summer of 304, Kostler Order Jokes became sacred ghost of the Fellowship of Bone, replacing his older sister. That will be some sort of religious order. So that's not what I expected to sort of see. There is an attack going in through there, 302. There's a group that marched on that one. This is the Dwarven Forces of Whipram. It's got a population of 400. So we've got click to view all the news. So I'll just go and click on that one through there. So this one here, we can then go and have a look to see. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Became mayor. Not seeing anything. I'm not sure. Oh, there we go. In the late summer of 304, Winter Flatus became queen of the Truth of Tomb, replacing Dumat. So Whipmind was in here. So it's somehow we're not sort of seeing the anything that actually happened. But anyway, Winter Flatus, this is in the late summer of 304. It's now autumn, so it's really happened just months ago, so not very long ago at all. But that's actually sort of like rumours that have happened from this particular location. Now, she just became, I don't know, I think he died, I don't know where he died from though. It's like this is, we don't see the death of the king there. And there should have been an attack that went in. The army of Spesky marched on Whipram. Yeah, there's actually a few different things that happened in through here. Yeah, no, it's all over the place, the dates. So this is it's a bit hard to sort of pick up what's actually happened here, but I think that this was the capital at one point, I think. Yeah, so I'm thinking that's what actually happened. We did look at the history there a few weeks ago. Late summer became the Holy Seducer. What else have we got in around here? Became mayor. Yes, we're not sort of seeing too much else going on through here. This is, I think in the late autumn of 302, looking at really at more recent things. for ourselves. This is our fortressing through here. So deterioration of jaws was known to be in the berries of Wheeling in Twinkling Hammer in 303. In the early autumn of 303, Clean's Wilt was known to be in the berries of Wilt in the early winter. Blameless Drun was known to be... Okay, these are all things we should actually find out what these are. So I'm going to actually open up the good old... what is it? I'll just go and open up the Legends browser, and we'll see, because most of these will be from where we had saved the data from previously. Just let me go and open it up. I'm trying to make sense of these things, so we'll actually have a look and see what we can find. So we'll just go into where is it? Downloads, games. So I've got a Legend browser, and we exported the Legends out last time, I think, just to have a bit of a look at this one through here. A bit hard to sort of use, but anyway, we'll sort of see how we go. And Legends viewer there. Alright, so we're going to load Chemotar, which is in 304.06.05, is when we sort of had opened this one up. So we're just going to go and open her up. I should actually spend some time away from the game just to try to figure out how to make the best use of this, because it gives you a lot of information. So we've loaded in Chemotar in through there. We'll just go and explore. If we go to notable characters, now if we just go back in and have a bit of a look, we can then sort of see a few of the different units there. So we've got in the early autumn of 303, the deterioration of jaws. Now I don't know what that is. And if we go into society, go to historical figures and just see if this is someone Yeah, that's nothing. What about the next one down? Just keep on doing a bit of a search. Clean's Wilt. Clean's Wilt. I don't know what that is actually. Clean's Wilt. It's not there. These might be something different. Clean's Wilt. I'm not sure what these are. Okay, so I'll just read a few more of the comments, and then we'll sort of go through. Maybe one of you guys knows what's going on here. Elephant Man saying perfect, hopeful survival skills are up to par. Yes, I think you'll be fine. Cordo saying, yeah, great vids and I love your artwork. Random question, but what trimmer length do you use for your beard? And do you trim with the grain or against? Actually, that's a good question. It's sort of funny. I used to be an against the grain person when I used to use a razor, but it was actually, I go with a razor, but I don't actually use a razor anymore. I just use like an electric one, and now I go against the grain. So actually you go with and against. So yes, it's a interesting question. And in terms of the actual setting, I don't actually look at it. I just I've got one that's got like a flicker thing that sort of gives you the distance, and I don't know what that is, to be honest. So no idea. No idea for the actual beard itself. I just take everything off and just have it so that it just can go straight over my hair and my head and my and around the sides really. So just sort of try to get it all off. Anyway, thanks for the question. Yeah, Seb saying how goes the colony? We're doing very, very well for how difficult this actually is. Beacon saying this is what happens when my character has no power. Yeah, yours hasn't really been involved in things, has it? In this run. Didn't they foolishly put my dwarf as judge, says Sev? I can't remember. The power has surely corrupted them by now. Happy Fortress Fridays, dwarf, says Sirium. And there we go. So enabling mayhem, the Barley is saying, ahoy, me dwarf mateys. So new fort or continue the old. This is an old one, actually. We've been going with this one for a long period of time. We're sort of building it up. High Atomic Ant. So Sirian saying, hey, is enabling still same fort, been running for a bit now, yeah. So we sort of we've built it up now to quite the like the fact that we got down to just a handful of dwarves at one point. Like we really had lost a lot. I think we're down to 4. I think at one stage, We're going to bring it back up now to 99, so we've got a good run. So enabling saying no clue what you're looking for, just jumped in. Also be not okay. I've also not used a shaving razor for years, says Sev. Yeah, I stopped using it a while back, and So I just use a I forget what they're called, Wall or something. I think is the brand name now, but it's it's good. I haven't actually gone to a barber since must be about 25 years. just do my own. I miss the bits at the back. And my wife always, like a day later, she goes, "Oh, I hope you're not walking around outside meeting people with your hair like that at the back." With sort of tufts everywhere. Okay, then we've got David DeFranco saying, great vids and love your artwork. Yeah, actually we did that one before, so David must be Cordo. There we go. So you're watching on YouTube and on Twitch. Tony saying, hey, any recommendations for turn-based strategy games, preferably in a fantasy setting? Thank you in advance. Well, I always love Age of Wonders. It's complex with the tactical battles, but there's a lot of really good ones. So we've got that one coming up. We've got that one at the moment, Age of Wonders 4. You've got, if you like the Civilization games, people are saying good things about Endless Legend 2. I don't like it personally, but people are sort of saying that they do like it. You've also going to have the Heroes of Might and Magic, the new one, the Olden Realms or something, coming very, very soon as well. Elemental will be remade again fairly soon. So there's a fair few on the horizon, but for me, Age of Wonders 4 is by far the one that's sort of out in front of everyone at this stage. So that is full-blown fantasy, and I play that a lot. So Bruce is saying, hey, Daz in chat, and Naz is saying, would those names be artifacts? Don't know. It looks funny, doesn't it? It doesn't. Maybe it is. We've got about 4 artifacts. I don't think we had 2 of them. Like, in early autumn of 303. Maybe that's just what actually happened. Yeah, Olden Era, still no release date. Yeah, there's no release date, but the hype is building, and that means that it's not far off. So like there's different news drops happening. For example, in sort of like private areas that I'm like from Hooded Horse and that they're sort of giving information out a little bit, which is it's just the start of the excitement, and so people are talking about it now. And so that will actually. So I don't think it's that far off. Okay. So except for saying my hair buzzer has the trim mode to clean up a bit. There we are. So the enabling mayhem is saying if you get a hang of it, Shadow Empires is the bomb. Yeah, Shadow Empires is not fantasy though. That was a question about fantasy. Shadow Empires is a great sort of war game / RPG / random planets type attack thing, which I love. I love that game. I haven't played that for a while actually. I think I'll wait for the next DLC, then we'll actually play more of Shadow Empires. Hi-Fi Fantasy, Olden Era, still no release date. Yeah, and Tanny, it comes down to if you enjoy detailed tactical battles, then Age of Wonders 4 is unbelievably good. If you don't like full-blown tactical battle systems, then there'll be other choices, I guess. But Elemental is on its way. I'm not sure when that will release, but again, that shouldn't be far off. The fact it doesn't have a release date either, I don't think, at this stage, but it won't be far off to get sort of like the remade. It'll just be a remastered more than anything. It's a bit more than a remaster, but it's not a full-blown version 2. So, and I'll definitely be playing that as well when that one does come out. So I'm looking forward to getting back into Fallen Enchantress / Elemental. Anyway. Age of Wonders 4 for me is the best game at the moment that's ever been made. So it is my favourite game. I can play that forever. You can play it all sorts of different ways. But it is it's not an easy game. So don't play on hard, which is what I'm doing with my current game, and I sort of regret it now. I should have just played on normal. So T4Twu is saying someone mentioned Daz's illustrations. When can I see those? I have them on I have some of them anyway on my because my actual day job is I'm a graphic designer, but I'm also an illustrator. So that's my actual real job. If you go to this one here, hyphen.com /DasTactic. I do actually have all my mods are here. but I do also have samples. So usually when I do something like this is some illustration that was done for a Dominions map, as an example. So just the actual map itself. These essentially were maps that were done. You can actually get these through the Steam Workshop anyway. So that one, but that one is actually just a sort of like a woodcut style illustration. Things like this. This was a RimWorld playthrough, I think. Just an illustration from RimWorld. This is done a few years ago now, and then different when playing various different Dominions. This is a multiplayer. There's a whole lot of illustrations that were done for this one. Yeah, fair while ago now, but there was heaps of illustrations that were done again, just with different groups there for Dominions. So there's a whole lot of different sort of stuff. Yeah, there's a heap of them in through that side. So so I used to do a fair bit of illustration. Like this one here is fairly complex. It's just a one-off type thing where I've had some sort of character that was in a fight and caught fire or something, but I forget exactly what it was. But anyway, that's so I think that's the only place where I've actually got my actual illustrations online anywhere. That's other than sort of work type stuff. So I sort of don't really I used to do random. I used to do illustrations from, and I even was setting up one to do particularly Dwarf Fortress, because so many things happen in Dwarf Fortress. Like I did heaps and heaps of Dwarf Fortress illustrations, just to illustrate what was actually happening. In fact, even on my, if you go to shop, the shop that I've got, shop.dastactic.com, has got this here is actually a whole lot of Dwarf Fortress. Got a hoodie and also a t-shirt. So this has got like just a. This one here had a whole lot of the thumbnails within sort of. I made a t-shirt using illustrations from a previous tutorial series for Dwarf Fortress. And so these were fun. I think I did 60 of these ultimately, just heaps and heaps of them, with different a playthrough, but it was also like a tutorial. Series of different things that actually happened in a fortress there. So that was there with a t-shirt. If you like, and also I've got to say the t-shirts actually do last a fairly long time. I've had this one. This is from the same company. This is this is the merch from this location. If I just go back out, that was this one here, basically. That shirt there does last a long time, but the hoodies do actually, just with the nature of, they're great. I wear my hoodie all the time, to be honest, so like where I live, it's very, very warm, but at the moment it's been winter, so I've been sort of wearing this all winter, but it does fade. These ones, they do deteriorate. The t-shirt, this t-shirt's sort of fading away now, but I've had this one literally for years. Whereas this one here, the hoodie, you can still make out what it is, but it does sort of crash away a little bit. So the hoodies here, they're very, very comfortable, but but this one, the actual illustration will eventually sort of, fairly, like more quickly than the t-shirts anyway. The t-shirts, I can actually sort of say that they do last a relatively long time. I should wear my Dwarf Fortress t-shirt actually when I'm streaming Dwarf Fortress. But anyway, that's so there's some of the illustrations in through there. There's I've even got kids ones now. I've got a granddaughter, and I wanted to. I put it in there just recently, just so I could actually get her a DasTactic shirt. It's only 3-year-old, but she always likes it when I wear this one because it's so colourful. So anyway, that's where the just some of the illustrations, etc. All right, well, if that's artifacts, let's have a look and see if it's maybe is artifacts. And again, art and craft artifacts. Just do a search. So this is cleanse. Cleansewood, you're right. It's the amulet. Okay, these are the things that we've actually made. In that case, I'm guessing that we've got the deterioration. Yep, deterioration of jaws as a ring. Yeah, that was created, and so these are artifacts that were made by certain dwarves out of mudstone at our location. So yeah, these are things that we've actually made ourselves. So actually, so there's This is interesting. So this ring is on display in our fortress. And so this just gives you a bit of a history of the of these different things as well. Then we've got. I'll just make it so we've got like 100 things in through this other side. So in 302, this was created in Twinkling Hammer, which is where we are, and it was then given to our site government, and was stored in Twinkling Hammer. And so this all happened very, very quickly after it was made, and it's stored in our main meeting area. In the late 302, it was claimed by the goblin Stasos Rushblack from afar. And so we end up having, this is the former first wealth of the Coven of Paint, an animal dissector. So this one is actually a, you can see there, died in 302. So this one actually died doing something, I don't know what. So it was claimed again by another goblin. So as they hear about them, these are actually, this is the holy accident of the Cult of Matches. Is that the Cult of Matches? No, this is different again. These will often be criminal organisations. So it was claimed by the human WEMAD, so the holy Euphoria. So these are actually making claims on this particular artifact. And what this one does in the game, this is actually quite important because what it ends up doing is it ends up creating like a aggressive dynamic where things will start to be trying to be targeted to be stolen by different groups. But in the legends, we can sort of see the history of how these things sort of develop. So it was claimed by the elf. So this one here, and again we can see this is the Lord of the Hex of Kindling. So lots of different people are now making claims on this particular artifact. So people want it, and they're sort of just finding reasons that they should actually have it. There's even one here from a dwarven necromancer. This is Arstuk, who is the Master of Jade Corporation, a female dwarf necromancer. So yeah, and as we sort of go back through, yeah, it was again 303 was stored in Twinkling Hammer there as well. I'm not sure why that was stored a second time. Deterioration of Jaws was claimed by the human. So we're just seeing that there's lots of claims from afar. Yeah, so eventually some of these will start to send in various thieves to try to go and steal it. So we'll have to sort of be aware of that when things actually do happen. We've got it in a very, very public area. Sometimes what you can do to try to sort of catch the thieves, because it is fun when you do catch thieves, is you can actually set up like an elaborate system where it's behind glass or behind bars, and but with a long distance to then go and retrieve it. And so often it'll be reported missing, and it gets reported missing after a fair bit of time. But if you've got a really intricate way for them to actually to access it, they'll still be in the corridors when you get told that somebody's stolen the artifact, and then you can sort of then set up something to actually then go and catch them, which is interesting. And you get people who become obsessed with these things as well. But if you have a look at that first one, Stasot, what happened with him? He's a legendary comedian. That's his descendants. That's his ancestors. So what actually happened with him? Why did he die? And that's not telling us actually. Oh no, there we go. In around here. Struck down by a human in Spray Menace. We don't know what the detail of that actually is. So we went to a place called Spray Menace, but there's going to be a lot of people out and about looking for the artifacts that we actually ended up having. So they're all the artifacts. They must be the names of the artifacts that we actually have. So anyway, that's what's going on. The necromancers that we saw, we do have a necromancer tower very, very close. There's one there, the human tower of cactus tips, and there's another one there. This is the human tower of words picks, which is again, it's got like a lot of evilness coming out around that particular necromancer tower. So yeah, we're at war with that one. We're at peace with this one. So at this stage, they're not going to target us, but we are very, very close to this particular tower. Anyway, that's done. That's fine. So I've got too many short stories written over the years. Now I'm only planning on releasing a few on fanfic sites. Sadly, they won't be popular since dwarves, hang on, they tended to die, says enabling mayhem. Hi, Tenry, how you going? All right, so anyway, let's continue on. So Bruce is saying that's why I can never get far in Dwarf Fortress. Spent way too much time generating worlds and reading legends. Yeah, look, that's valid. It's valid to do that. I do the same thing. Like I end up sort of doing that a lot. So we've done our trading. They're just sparring. That's okay. Brewing drinks. We're making cloth, which is good. We've now got pigtails. So again, I think I'm just going to focus on getting the queen set up today. If we just go back in, actually, one thing I will. No, I'll leave that all there. That is, we've done the trading. This is where we actually have all the various things. The gold pedestal has got Seabosh on display, and we can have a look and see what that one actually is. So this is, I don't know what that one's actually. So this one, not seeing the names here, but that's actually now. These are the sorts of where we've got certain things. Now we've got Fubosh. It looks like we've got more artifacts here than I've got on display. These are all gold pedestals. Do we have other artifacts that we should actually be aware of? Artifacts. These are actually... so Neemster's actually got like all these different family heirlooms. So Neemster's in our fortress. Oh, hang on, this is one of them. This glass terrarium with the goblin inside it is one of them. Then Cleanswilt is the actual and we have this one here. This is Limeranthum, which is actually, if we go and have a look at this one through here, this is actually a extremely valuable lignite cabinet, and I'm going to put this in the Queen's quarters. So I'm glad we actually had a look at this. So this is actually one of the things in through here. So this is a lignite cabinet. All craft dwarfship is the highest quality. Is encrusted with oval lignite cabochons and trillion cut rock crystals, and decorated with yak leather. This object menaces with spikes of lignite. On the item is an image of Orangutan's Library's Shield Tremels, the dwarf in lignite. Orangutan's Library is dead. The Oak released the putting to rest of the dwarf Orangutan's Library in Twinklingham in the early summer of 302. So a few of the dwarves have died multiple times in different ways, but anyway, I can't remember the specifics of how Orangutan's Library actually did die, but this is just commemorating his death. So what we'll do is we'll go and move that down into the location, so yeah, we do actually have this particular one. So let's go and put that cabinet in the bedroom of the Queen. So if we go to F6-ish, F5, F4, F4. Then go down one. So I'll place that inside the area here. I've got to think about what I do. I might make a gold flooring as well. I might have to go and get more gold and start to build things out of gold. But that particular cabinet is going to be very, very useful. So let's just go across, place furniture, and we're just going to go to the cabinets, and I'll just go and place it in the corner here. And so we actually have the special one here. So I'm just going to go and say place that particular one there. That's then going to raise the value of the bedroom. And again, if we have a quick look at the... we'll just do this bit by bit so you can see what's going on. Now, she requires... she's got one chest but needs 10 chests. She needs 5 cabinets. One of them is now going to be on the way. But she needs a lot of equipment for what she has to do. She needs 5 weapon racks, 5 armor stands. So she has a big requirement for equipment in through here. So what we want to do is we want to start sort of making these. Now I think we started to make these out of gold. I think we've got like a whole lot of gold things. Like if we go back into our stocks and go to furniture, I think I've started to build them. What's not there? If we have a look at where is it? The cabinets. Yes, we do have some gold cabinets as well. But what I wanted to do with these was I wanted to have these actually. So this is still just sitting underneath here. It hasn't been picked up at all. But I want to send these up to the top of the fortress. This is down in the bottom of the fortress where we've got our forges, and all the gold is now gone. So we've actually now used this to build this particular gold cabinet, and we've got other things in here as well. But we're building other things. But this gold cabinet is. We do need to sort of start to build more of these. Now this one, if we have a look at it, it's going to be worth 1,000, so it's worth a lot. So these are well crafted gold cabinets, but I can actually encrust them with gems as well, and so I'll be wanting to do that. What are you forging? You are okay. We're smelting native gold into ore. We are going to need to get more native gold down into this area of the fortress. As far as the actual, as far as everything else is concerned here, I think I'm just going to go and put like a whole lot of different stockpile of different valuable stones and things on this side here. I've got like the different steel making areas on that side. I might just make some more stockpiles while we're here, just so we can sort of see them. And we'll accept. This will be a stone stockpile. And so we want nuggets in through here. Just go back to custom. And with stone, I'm going to turn off, I'll just go none to all of these. Then metal ores, I'm just going to go back down to native gold, which should be, there we go, gold nuggets. So we'll just bring gold nuggets down this way. And so we should find them from the gold area that we actually do have. Like we've got gold mines that we've sort of been establishing on layers where we've found gold. Is that gold? No, that's just zircons. So we're finding different things in the actual fortress itself. Like this area through here is garnerite, which is not really all that valuable to us. This one here is also garnerite. Not finding anything else that way. Some of these have been sort of designated just so I can try to find valuables. Native gold in here. So this here is actually a good layer for us to then have gold. There's no gold touching this one, so there won't be anything, even though we've got like other areas that are going down. I can sort of set this one up to sort of work. Now just keep on going back up, and that's nothing much there. I know we've got multiple areas. This has also got native gold in this particular zone. Native gold here, so we've got heaps of gold in the fortress itself. Just keep on having a bit of a look. I know I've got like a layer that I was actually doing gold mining. This one here was designated to actually search for other materials, and we found nothing. We did actually find originally some. I think here we're looking for coal, like lignite. Do have lignite in this area, and so we do actually have some lignite through here. So we do actually, getting this here is actually, this is actually how we make our steel. So what I will do is I'll just keep on going across. I don't think I can actually do a mining one here. This is not considered metal, so I can't actually do anything special other than just manually going in and mining the lignite. So I'll just go and do those. And actually I've got some jade clusters there. I might as well grab them as well. So this is like just a large mining area that we have. So I'll just go and grab those. We don't want to break through into the cavern layer, so I can't actually automatically mine those areas, but we do actually have some in there, and we do need that for our steel making. We need to have for making coke to actually then make the steel properly. So I'll just keep on doing that one, but that's actually an example of a mining area. I don't know if we've got more gold back up through here. It doesn't look like it is. It looks like all the gold is further down below. Let's just go down to one of those gold layers. This one here, we don't have any gold on this particular layer. This is just below that layer there. I'll set this one up. I think I'll do, which one should I do? There's gold everywhere through here. This whole area. I think I'll just go down deeper. And even this one through here, we've actually then got gold. It doesn't join up with any of the others, which makes it safe for me to then go and say, okay, look, dig out all this. There's the gold nuggets there. So we've got some gold nuggets in and around the place. But let's just go and do some mining in through here. And if we just go across into opening this one up, I think my head's out of the way. Yeah, it is. I can then just go into auto mining. So at the moment, dig every tile selected. Dig only ores and gems selected. So and auto mine any ores and gems of the same type, which are in through here, this other side. So dig only ores and gems selected, or just dig only gems selected. So I can just go across into auto, and I can then sort of go into actually dig only. Yeah, in this case, I'm just going to go. If I do that one there, and then just do like a summary in through this other side, it will only pick as normal mining the actual what it can sort of see through there. If I go back to auto mine and then go and click on this stuff, see how it's just green? That will then expand automatically. So I'm just going to go and do the same actually with these as well. So that way they'll find the veins and just work their way through the native gold veins. But we have a lot of gold on the map, but we are going to need more and more of it. I've got gems as well, so I can just go into gems and just go say, okay, pick up those gems while you're there. I don't think there's any other gems on this area. No, there's not. That's all fine. So you've got all these these different areas to. I'll just go back to all, just so we get back to the default. And so that's just a way that you can then start to mine different areas if you are looking for particular minerals. Now, one of the other minerals that we really need to try to get hold of is the iron stuff. So we did actually have some of those further up, I think, in the fortress. I think even up to near the top. Yeah, there's hematite there and magnetite. We're going to need to bring this one down. We've got heaps of magnetite down this way as well. This is iron ore. So what I might do in here is actually just go and get even more done. Like, it's fairly secure. There is actually a bit of an outside area there, but this is safe for us. There's no aquifer on this layer, so I don't think there is. So I'm just going to go back in, open this one up, and just go into auto mine, and just start on one side, and it will then just sort of go and designate the others. I'll just go and do that. That way they'll just mine all of the magnetite back out of there. There's hematite there as well. So they'll only do magnetite. They won't do the hematite if I do it this way, because it's a different mineral. So Kling was saying, I missed the start of the stream. Did I manage to crawl my way to the hospital yet? Yes, you did. At the end of the last session, you were, in fact, you're not even injured anymore. We should actually have a look and see what you are doing. It was around here, the hospital. There we are. And you are in this corner with a whole lot of abhorrent goo on the floor. So still seriously injured. Just having a quick look. So in the meantime, when we've unpaused the game, if we have a look at the wounding, we're then going to start to sort of see. So there's nothing major there to stop you other than the torn knee. The treatment, crutch required, needs dressing, right knee needs dressing. So really very little damage that needs to be sort of addressed. But you did actually lose your ear, I think, haven't you? Your ear was shot off by a bolt, I think, in the last one. Yeah, this is your medical history. So you haven't had any medical history for 3 years, but now you've got brought to rest in a bed, evaluated, cleaned with yak soap, and then evaluated again by Solon. So Beolf and then Solon have actually evaluated you. Description. So his first finger left hand is broken, his first finger left hand is slashed open, his neck is torn open, his right ear is gone. So his ear was, just to put that into perspective, if we go to F1, his ear should be hanging around out here on the ground here somewhere, in amongst all of this. Where did it get shot off? It was around here somewhere. Don't think that was the ear. That's a right hand of one of these guys. These iron crossbows, I think I might just go and claim them, because we will be wanting to sort of start to get more of those. We're now digging this flat area, which is fine. Iron bow, I might just claim these. I think I'll claim all of this stuff. I don't know where your ear's gone. Your ear was there. Maybe someone's gone and grabbed it because it's not actually, like it's a dwarven ear. It belongs in the fortress, but I'm not sure if we have a look. Maybe if we look at stocks and look for ear. No, not seeing it there. So I'm not sure where it is. Anyway, it was outside, where it got shot off by the goblins. Yeah, that was fun. It sort of sailed through the air. It was in here somewhere. I'm sure it was in here. Unless it's further away. It may have already rotted away. I don't think you got that far. Yeah, this is towards the edge of the map now. I don't think you actually... I think everything that happened was in here somewhere. I thought your ear was shot off around this zone. Anyway, we'll leave that one where that is. Yeah, that's all fine. So we just go back down. Okay, Okay, so we've got a jeweler now as well, which we'll just go down to F5. This is our jewelry shop. And what I want to do is I want to get all of the gold furniture and sort of make use of it in here. So I'm going to start to build up a different sort of zone in amongst this other area as well. But we can sort of start straight away by gold encrusting some of the other stuff we have. So add a new task. We're going to encrust finished goods with gems, or furniture with cut gems. So we'll just go and encrust that one through there. Actually, I can be specific as this, I think. I never really bothered doing this one. Specify the type. This is going to be, this is what we're actually setting up. I need to actually get this one here, the actual furniture. I'm going to have to set this one up properly, actually. Just go and cancel that. A new task. I thought I could actually do a very particular one. Cross finished goods. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to set up we're going to need to set up like an area where we have like very specific furniture that is then fed into this particular workshop. So you can see there that we've got like at stockpile links for this workshop. So this one will then go and only get things from a very particular stockpile. So when we get gold furniture, I think we'll bring it up and we'll make use of this area for the jeweler. So let's just go and do that now. So it's been a long time since I've done this one, but let's just see how we can do it. So we'll go and grab that one there and accept, and this will then become a furniture, which is there. So we just go furniture, and so we're going to start to gold encrust different furniture. Sorry, gem encrust different furniture. So we're going to go and grab that one. Now I'm going to go. I'll come back and sort that one out in just a minute, and then we'll just go back in again and do another one through here. And so this stockpile in here is going to be for the cut gems, except it's going to be gems. So if we go into custom now, so we don't want, I'm just going to go none, but what I want here is just cut gems and through this other side, and just all of the actual cut gems. So anything that they've actually got that they've actually cut. I should actually have a rough gems area as well, but let's just go with cut gems in through here at this point in time. And I don't know if we can get a good list of those that are currently in the fortress, but we should be cutting those as we come across them. And then this one here for the furniture stockpile, I'm just going to go to custom. I'm just going to go to none, and so the type is going to be all. So anything at all, any furniture at all that is not made out of stone, that is made out of metal. Now I'm going to make this one out of gold. So only allow gold furniture into here. And then the other materials, we don't want any of those. Core quality, it's just all, like, so no matter what quality they've got, and total quality, it doesn't matter as well. So I'm just going to turn on all the qualities. That's important, otherwise they won't bring anything in. And so what I want to have is I want this to be where anything that's made out of gold gets stored in here. That means that wherever I've got other furniture, which if I go back up to my first stockpile, this is sort of where we've got, this is a bit of a catch-all. So I just need to go back into this stockpile and just go and change it. So where we've got furniture, which will be in here somewhere. There we go, furniture, and through this other side. So we've got types where we're not putting certain things in as we do it. But in this case, I'm just going to go to metal and just go to and turn off gold. So anything that's made out of gold is not going to get stored there. So that's now the metal is now sort of been told not to put anything in there that's made out of gold. All right, so that's going to be sort of where we end up going. We go back to F5 again and just go back down the bottom through here. And we then need to feed in particularly the this stockpiling to here. So if we go back in, link the work orders. So this is choose a stockpile to which the workshop will give items, and this is choose a stockpile that will take items. So I want it to go and take them from this stockpile here, furniture stockpile 41. And so that will be where it's essentially then goes and designates the things for this particular stockpile, which means I can just have it go and automatically then go and do what it can do at this location. And so I want them to, when we get any gold, it should come up into the stockpile. they should then go and take it from there. And so so that should be fine. And when we do a new task, it should now go and grab the. I'll just go and click on done. And so the new task in through here will be to grab the bits and pieces. Let's just go into our gems and see what we actually have. So if we go down into gems, cut gems, we've only got 2. We should have rough gems as well. We've got 201. All right, we really need to get cracking with cutting these gems. So I'm just going to go and tell this guy to cut gems until we've got like about 50 of them at a time, or even more. So let's go back to our work orders. So I can just, if I make multiple jewelers, I can then sort of have them all working. So rather than go to a particular location, I can just go and say, okay, look, let's go and cut gems. So I can actually sort of go across. I'll just go and add a new one. And so this will be done at any jeweler's shop. This will be cut gems. So we've got the cut gems in through there, and that will then go to the bottom of the list. And so we're going to be cutting 10 gems at a time. I don't mind that, actually. That's probably a bit too many. Let's just go and change. Whoops, hang on, that's the shops. That's the number. I'll say cut 5 at a time. And so, oh, hang on, that's 5 shops. I'll just ditch that and start again. And then we have jewelers, cut gems, go to the bottom. Yep, so 5 gems at a time. So when it does the order, it'll do the 5. And so if we then just go back into the requirements in through here. So amount of larger gems. So this is essentially if it's amount of rough gems is greater than 10. Actually, I'm happy enough with that one to go and do it. And if the amount of large gems that you've been cut, it's got less than 10. We can change the number here. So as long as we've got rough gems more than 10, it'll then work. And if if it's actually then got its cut gems is less than 10, so I'll make this one less than, say, 50. So we'll just change that to number 50. So if there's less than 50 cut gems, it will then go and they'll start to then go and do that one. So that will then become an order that it then goes and does. So if we go back across now, and I want to encrust the gold material. So essentially what I'm going to have to do here is go and do another one for the jeweler's shop. And I think I can then sort of set it up in through here to ultimately have like very specific things. So encrust furniture with cut gems. And so we'll just go back down into here. And it's just going to be a one-off. So we'll just do one at a time. And then the requirements here will be improvable furniture items that isn't a bin is greater than 10. I'm just going to go and add that one in there. We should be able to change the type, material, etc. And so this is going to be gold. So yeah, available furniture gold items that isn't a bin is fine. Not satisfied to the next check, and it just needs this one to be the number is greater than 1. So that one we do actually have a couple of items that can be done. So that's going to be fine. So as long as we've got more than one gold piece of furniture, we'll just keep on encrusting it. And so this one here will be, I don't know what that is. Yeah, that's okay. We'll leave that one where that is. Material, we've done the type. Can be anything at all, really. So I'll just leave that one where that actually is as well. And so anything made out of gold, it will then hopefully just be gem encrusted, which will then add to the value. And so any gold furniture item will then sort of be done as long as that's been satisfied. And we do also need to allow that the cut gems as well. We'll just go and add that one in. Is greater than, let's just make it say 2, because we actually have 2 at the moment, and greater than 2 is still not going to be satisfied. If I change it to 1, it will be satisfied because we know that we've only got 2 gems, but let's just make it We need 2 of them. So let's just go and say if it's greater than 2, then encrust it. So this will actually then be a loop that we'll then start to end up with, where we end up getting more and more things that they're going to be coming through. Now, the gold furniture is going to end back in that little stockpile, and I probably don't really want it there. I want it to actually end up going somewhere else. So let's just go and right click on that one, right click on that one. So this one here again, if I just go back to custom, core quality. Yeah, that shouldn't. I don't know how I can actually then go and tell it not to go and put the gem encrusted stuff back in there. I'll have to figure that one out, I think. So I would like to try to get the gem encrusted things in its own little area, but I'm not sure how I can specify that. It may be that we end up having to. What am I doing there? Got metal, got other materials. It's not going to do anything. Yeah, no, we're not going to see it there. I can't sort of tell it to go and specify it. I don't think anyway. All right, so let's just leave that one to its own devices. They'll start to sort of then go and build all those different things up. Just go back down to the bedroom layer again, which is F4. Just wait for this thing to come in, and we'll just go and check the value of this room. So this one's assigned to the monarch. So Winterflatus is this is the bedroom in through here. If we have a look at the assign a new location here, we don't want to do that. And that's now been placed. This is a lignite cabinet. There we go. So the cabinet has now been set up. So we've got in this section we've got 50 hostiles now. Just make sure they're sort of killing other things underneath. I just want to make sure there's nothing big upstairs. There's been a few additions now. Looks like it's just more zombies down below. Whoops, that was traders. Yeah, that's okay. So if we have another look now with this really valuable cabinet inside her territories, we can then go in and do other things as well. So if we go into the actually the doors as well, I do actually have the gold doors, which I think I was making for this area. Let's just go in and see if we've actually got doors and hatches. There's a door. Yeah, no, we need to access the door. So we haven't actually got any of those built just yet. So we've got a lot of things that have to be actually built. So we're just going to have to wait a little bit longer for things to happen. The woodcutter is fighting a goblin left lower arm. This has come back to life. Just have a quick look and make sure. That's okay. So we're slowly sort of making our way through these areas. That will sort of sort itself out without any real issues there. Yeah, that's okay. All right, we'll just leave them where they are. So the undead bits and pieces will keep on coming back to life. Just go back down to F4 again. So if we have another look now at the now that with the nobles, we'll sort of find that the bedroom is still under. So it's now a grand bedroom because we've actually put that very valuable item inside it. But it's not a royal bedroom, but it's getting closer. And so we need to keep on doing this sort of stuff to create what we need to be creating in this particular room. I'm going to start to put gold down along the on the base and through this other side. We should be smelting more gold, and there should be. So if we go back to that gold layer that we were looking at before, which I think was around F6 and then down, we weren't doing that one. We were doing some of these others. I don't think that they would have started. We've got gold nuggets around the place, just floating around, on the actual locations. These haven't been started yet. They'll come back. Actually, that may be blocked off. Have a look, it is blocked off. I'll unforbid this. This must be a dangerous zone at the end. Yeah, that one just goes straight out into the open area. But that's okay. We'll let that happen. I don't think anything can creep up that way. So we'll leave that one there. Dwarf has redeemed. You already got one actually. So one doomed dwarf. You're already in. You're already in and running. I'll give you your character back because you're our main medical doctor. I think you're the chief medical dwarf. So I'll reject your points, and I'll just make sure I've got the other one selected. There we go. That's all fine. Yeah. So now you're yeah. So you are. If you go back into the actual dwarves, Bjorf, the chief medical dwarf. There you go. Bit unhappy with what's going on. Got a few that are really unhappy, but anyway, that'll be fine. Who's that? That's this is Cygnus. All right, that's fine. We'll just let them sort of do their thing. All right. So at this stage, we still need to keep on doing things, but we should have a fair bit of gold bars. Let's just have a look at the gold bars. Actually, we do have a gold armor stand now as well. So these things should start to come back through. We've got actually a lot of gold bars available to us. $57 is what it's saying. Yeah, so we can make use of these and put down flooring. Gold boulders. We've got a lot of gold nuggets. It's what it's sort of telling us there with the numbers. Or 57 again in through that side. It's gold bars is there, boulders there. That's sort of weird numbers, isn't it? 23 is not really relating to anything. Boxes. So we've started to make gold chests as well. These are the sorts of things that we will be wanting to put into the Queen's areas. Cabinets. We've got one gold cabinet which has been made. Golden doors. So we do actually have the golden doors. Where are these? Oh, these have been placed in here. This is for the Queen's use. So this is not to go here. I knew that we'd created these gold doors for the Queen, and they're not for the general use. They are for down in here. So we definitely need to get those gold doors away from the run-of-the-mill dwarves. So we'll just undo that and just watch these sort of be taken apart. Okay, doing different things in through there. There we go. And one of the kids is taking that one out as well. All right, so we've got three gold doors there that now don't think that they've been designated. If you see, yeah, that one's been designated, so I can't make use of it. That one has been designated as well for somewhere, as that one hasn't been yet. So I've only got one gold door that I can go and add in here. So let's just go and place that one where that is. So we just go to doors and hatches. Now it may be that there's other requirements. So we've got one gold door available. So we're just going to go and throw that one in there. We need to get one of the others. Now, at the moment, these have been designated for a job. Now, it may be that there's doors here that are required, which is there are. So that's actually what's happening. For me to get back access to these doors, I need to forbid it. So I just need to go and lock it down and then unlock it. And now it no longer has the task associated with it. As long as I don't unpause, that won't be a problem. So I've now got both those gold doors there. Just go and place another gold door in here. So we'll just go into doors and hatches, doors, and gold doors there. That'll do. And then if we just go back up, we've got a few other areas for the Queen. Like if we go back to the top of the fortress, in around here, this is going to be, if we have a quick look at the zones, this has been designated as the throne room for the Queen, and then the mausoleum. So I'll put the other gold door on the mausoleum. So this is the Queen's tomb. So these have all been sort of designated for the Queen. So we'll go and place that one there as well. So these are areas that also have to then be really designated properly for everything that's going to be done. But I'm going to put gold flooring down everywhere, really. So we need a lot of gold nuggets for everything that's going on. It'll be just more. Actually, there's the goblin left lower armor still fighting one of the. So that won't be a problem. Oh. That's in a goblin corpse. I might have to check that one. That looks like it's inside that goblin corpse. I'll come back to that one in just a minute. Got that one and that one. So we'll come back and have a look at that one in just a second to see where that actually occurred. But in this case, we just need to go and put that other gold door down. So door. And we've only got the one, so throw that one into there. And I do want to start to designate like gold areas in this area as well, just to sort of raise the value of these different rooms. So I'm just going to put gold in all the way around the flooring on the bottom through here. So just go to floor, constructions, floors. And as long as I've got this one where I can actually then go and keep building after placement, but also don't have the planner on. That way I can actually designate exactly what I want. And so in this case, we're just going to go into gold. I can just type gold in through there. Gold bars. So we've got those 7. Just do it down this way as well. And just go to all. Okay, so we've got some gold in through that side. We're going to want to do the same thing in around here as well. Ultimately, we need to get a gold tomb. But let's just go and place a row of gold in through here as well. And so by putting gold flooring in, we end up with a... you could even put gold all the way through there as well. I'll just do that. You can see that we're actually now running through, running out of gold bars. We need them for doing all sorts of things. So, but we have a lot of gold in the fortress. This will then just really raise the value of these rooms just by putting that down, and we can then engrave them and have them even better again. We've done that in this area through here. This is all gold flooring that's been engraved. So yeah, we've got a range of different stuff in through this other side as well. Now so I'll leave that one where that is. We're going to need to get the gold. We've got a gold throne that we're creating for this room as well. So she'll have to have the golden throne, but we'll just keep everything sort of coming in sort of slowly with these golden areas. So the flooring will then be looked after. This has all been smoothed out anyway, which is great. And I don't think we'll worry about gold doors here with the throne room. I think we'll just leave that open. So that all should be good, I believe. But it goes there. I thought we'd actually put this one to rest, but it doesn't seem to be sort of bothering anyone. Let's have a look at this other message. It's outside, and it's been caught. There we go, goblin in a cage. I always set these to be. Actually, this one hasn't been set to to be locked down. I generally go to the actual cage itself and just tell it to be locked, just so that the guys won't come out and set these up. And go and actually I haven't done it with any of these. Yeah, that's not good. These have been done. Yeah, so these have been caught. There's stuff that's been caught in these, and so I just allow them. Yeah, they should all be sort of set that way, which is fine. So we've still got a bit of work to do out here. That's all okay. All right, so we'll leave that one where that is. So that goblin corpse was captured. Starting to clean up the vomit that's in through here as well, which is good. Eventually, everything's looking good through there. So you'll be off saying same fort still going. Yes, it is. We were going to ditch it at one stage because it was really failing badly, but it's actually come back again. It's actually really good now. Let's just go back down to the bedroom layer again. We'll just get these doors in. The doors themselves will then add value to the various rooms. There may be golden, some of these areas here may be golden as well. Yeah, I've sort of just got to make sure that we are doing what we have to do. Let's just go to F5 again. Oh, look at this. Now, why have they put that in there? Not a sand stockpile. They furniture stockpile. Let's just go back to custom. Don't want sandbags. In fact, all I want, I just want very specific things. I might just go through and actually allow stuff to be there. So bags I don't want there. It should just be made out of metal. I don't know whether the sandbags I think are just fairly generic. Barrels, beds we want. Actually, beds aren't going to be made out of metal. Yeah, I won't worry about the beds. Bins, boxes, buckets, cabinets we want. Coffins we want. Doors we want, if they're made out of metal. Floodgates. Grates. Millstones, mine carts. The large tools, no. Pipe sections, querns, siege ammo, slabs, no. Statues, maybe. Maybe. I'll leave that one. Tables, thrones, traction benches, weapon racks, yes. Wheelbarrows, no. Windows, yes, if we make them. So we'll just be very specific about what we allow in this particular location. So now we've got all these sandbags that have come from the top of the fortress, and it's going to be cluttering this one up, which we just don't want. I'm going to go and ditch all of these. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go into my designations, and I'll go back to all there as my default. But if I go back into actually, that's not it. If I go back into here and just go in, oh, that's a damn digging. Hang on, what do I need to do? I need to go in, and my mind's gone blank here. Oh, this one here. Designate items. What I want to do is I want to go and dump these items. So I'm just going to use the auto dump. I'm just going to go and grab all of those bags, which I don't want in this location, and I'm going to throw them to the bottom of the fortress, which is where we have this is where we need the sand, down in this area through here. So this is actually the magma furnaces. So I'm just going to go and throw in the sand in one of these locations anyway. So I'll just go and place it in here. So if I just go back in, I'll just put the designation there. And in fact, what I can just do is just go into DF hack and go into the GUI, where is it? Auto dump, and just go and double click. So if I just go double click the on a tile to teleport 16 items, bang, done. Oh, hang on, we've got a dead guy here as well. A mutilated corpse and a lower left arm. So I'm just going to go back into here, and so that's now been done. So we've now brought all the yellow sand in, but we also brought these in as well. I'll just go and throw them away, as well as the corpse. That's been mangled, which means it won't come back to life. So that will be okay. So we're cheating with that. Anyway, that's all fine. We might just go back up to F6, which is where we've sort of got like our atom smasher. Yeah, we do actually have goblin corpses and stuff in through there. The quivers, the iron arrows. I don't want to ditch the iron arrows. Right, I'm going to have to put a door in here. So let's just go and open this one up. So we'll just open that one up with a door, and that way we can keep on throwing things in. This is for atom smashing things, but I definitely don't want to be throwing away iron bolts or iron arrows or anything like that. Oh, Dwarven Child is fighting. Where is that? Okay, that's all right. So there's a chinchilla head outside, I think, somewhere. If you just have a look and see, yeah, they're outside. So still sort of doing things outside here. All right, that's fine. We'll just leave all that where that is. And then pause. There's an iron arrow that was shot from the top of this one actually hit one of our guys. This was shot when the kobolds got to the top of the fortress. I'll then go and store that somewhere. Here they go. So they're putting in all of those bits and pieces. Got the door in place now. Let's wait for all this to be placed. What I might do is I might just designate this one now. I'll just start to actually get the the engraving. The engraving will then really improve this again. So if we have another look at the Queen's Quarters, we can now sort of see that the mausoleum, for example, is it's just a normal mausoleum, but it needs to be a royal mausoleum. So we still need to go a fair way up. Like it's not quite where it needs to be. Like if we have a look at the other ones where the dwarfs are being buried, like this one here, for example. This is don't know if it'll tell us what the value of this one actually is, but this one actually won't know that one, so I can't see the value of what's going on. But in this case, with the Queen's Quarters, we definitely need to actually have these designated as very high. And so if we just now start to go in and do the engraving, so if we just go back and do this is smoothing, this is engraving. I've only got one dwarf that I'm allowing to do engraving, so I'm going to go and do a row there, those two there. We'll do every second one in here as well, because we'll probably end up with more gold in here anyway. So the engraver will come in and start to do the job. This one's bringing gold bars in, hauling gold bars to go and place them on the floor. There we are. And we'll just go back in and do more engraving there as well. Now we're getting, each time that there's engraving done on anything, we end up with like a picture. So I'll just pause again, just have a quick look and see. So this is, it's mudstone, but if we have a look at the flooring, so this is engraved on the wall, or the floor, is a superiorly designed image of Rummy Umbridge's The Flowery, the Troll by Falcons. So Rummy is a flowery is labouring. The artwork relates to the settling of the troll Rummy Umbridge's The Flowery in the Mountain of Threatening in 39. So this is like a historic event. So as they go through, all of these little things will end up being histories from the legends. Just love that they do this. I love it. So we'll just go and get all of these different bits and pieces. And as this is done, like this one here is of a mountain. This one here is image of rhubarbs. That one there is the roads of containing a superiorly designed image of a warhammer. So there we go, in a blazing sun. So this is actually warhammer is burning. The image is the symbol of the contested hammer, which is our symbol. So this is a symbol for our government. And here we've got, this is an image of Klingzog, the dwarf by Falcons. Klingzog is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the appointment of the dwarf Klingzog to the position of chief medical dwarf for the contested hammer in the late summer of 301. But not for long. Still a doctor, but is now operating things. In this case, we've got a finely designed image of a turkey hen. The turkey hen is screaming. The slaughter of a turkey hen in Twinkling Hammer. So that's with just butchering, just standard butchering. So anyway, we end up with all these different sorts of artwork on the floor, which I just love. I love the detail in this game. So if we have a look again at at what we've now got with these being raised with the mausoleum, and similarly now also with the throne room, if we just go and have a bit of a look, actually we've got a lot of stuff that's happening now. Oh, hang on, Savish has been found dead outside. We do actually have, okay, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on here. Dark gnomes are fighting. Okay, well, this is why I don't like to unpause the game, to be honest. When I'm doing stuff and I'm not looking at what's going on. Punches the glazier. This was out here. All right, so this has been, dark gnomes have actually done damage in through here. So some of them have been able to kill stuff off. We're going to have to just double check this stuff. So we do actually have some, like the spinner over through here is injured and stressed. Got 3 injured citizens now. Wow, things change so fast in this game. So we've now got a problem where we've actually been inundated by by these dark gnomes. Looks like the dwarven citizens have actually killed them off anyway. So we'll have to have a bit of a look to see what's going on. Now, why did that happen? Okay, so William Chapman has grown attached to a steel short sword. That's okay. Okay, we've got a ban on certain exports. That's okay. I won't worry about that one until we we need to check it. That's okay. It's running abhorrent goo. This was interrupted by interrupted by Union ID's rotten corpse. Hang on. There's a lot of stuff going on in here as well. There's Union ID. So there was a zombie inside. I'm going to have to go through all of the hostiles and figure out what's going on here. Let them go. Let that go. Okay, we're going to have to sort of just try to figure out what's going on. Geez. Okay, so the glazier has been killed. So we've got an undead inside the fortress somehow. May have come out of the tombs. That may be what's happened, but I'm not seeing the leftovers of it. Let's just go through all of the hostiles. So this is, when we see this colour here, this is underground, which is fine. So I'll just leave all of those there. Excuse me. Dark gnomes, and still fighting. Okay, so we do actually have dark gnomes fighting out through here. This is Sigan, a dwarven child, is tired and injured and unconscious with a dark gnome corpse. So there's an undead dark gnome that's actually attacking that one. Still got another one back over here. It's underground again. Troglodyte corpse, plump helmet man. There's plump helmet men that have been coming in. They've been caught as well. And just double check that that's all we've actually got here. Most of these are underground. There's lots of them. Another one there. Okay, these are all in the north. It's in the north. It's in the south. Alright, well we need to go and try to get that kid. So, and the glazier has been found dead as well, which is in the north. So these little corpses have come through. Now they've been killed by some of these other guys as well, but they've been there's been a big killing of different stuff. So I've had all my dwarves outside just doing stuff. There's J. Riverton, the doctor, is stressed, healthy. Actually, we'll have a look at the 3 injured citizens. So that we've got that one there. This one here is now inside as well. Dwarven child. Thirsty, unconscious and injured, but that will now be okay. So now resting. So I'm not sure what actually happened there. If we have a quick look and see what the go is, dark gnome corpse attacked it, but was actually then rescued by somebody. In fact, if we have a look at the history of this one, if we just go back into health and then have a look at the history. Second of sandstone, which is what this is. So. Evaluated by Sazier, cleaned up by the abbot, and then compound fracture of the thumb left hand was repaired by Solon, the doctor. We've got a few different doctors in the fortress. So so that one was brought in just in the couple, on the first. So we've actually had three days of fighting going on without even really realizing it. So we need to get our guys outside. So let's just go back up. Actually, with the injured citizens, got this one as well, which is injured. Stressed and injured, but can still make its way back. Also in the north. Alright, so the attack is over here somewhere. Where is it? Off to the side. Alright, time to get our military out. So we'll just go and get the squads. Select a squad and tell it that its job is to destroy this one. Confirm. So kill that Dark Gnome corpse. So they'll actually come back through. We can have a bit of a look at this Dark Gnome corpse as well. If we just go to health and then description. So most things are just rotting away. Just seeing if it's got what sort of limbs it's got. I mean, it's more just rotting away, really. So this is a zombie. Okay, so let's just go and see what actually happens here. I'll just unpause. Our guys will come out eventually. Now we've got, that's Adia the Abbot is going off to store items. Now there's items. What's it storing? Where's it going? That's the other thing. Like, what's here? Why are they out this way? They're moving off to go and pick up stuff. They're all out here. Everyone's out here, including the jeweler, which should be downstairs doing stuff. Well, I think it's picking up all this stuff. I think. No, they're going beyond that. They're picking up teeth and stuff. This is Curry Boglin. Is that Sarvesh there? Yeah, they're getting all the Sarvesh's teeth and stuff. Just so they can bury him properly. Where's that fight? Here. Okay, so the military will be on the way. It's still jumping around. Seriously injured, exhausted, nauseous, but it's still awake. So this little goblin is still going after it. Still only got the 3 injured citizens. Let's just keep it. Here we go. Bang! Atomic ant to the rescue here. So we got Zasset through that side. Let's just go now to each one of the other goblins that are these dark goblins that are out and about. So that was over and done with very, very fast. So if we have a quick look at Atomic Ant, this is our militia commander. So it got there very quickly. And so in this case, bashes a Dark Gnome corpse in the upper body, bruising the muscle, charges the Dark Gnome corpse. It looks surprised by the ferocity of the military commander's onslaught, collides with it, knocks it over, and then bashes it in the head, and crushing its head, which basically then just kills it. These aren't terribly difficult undead to fight. Okay, let's just now go back through the others. So with the military, they've now done what they had to do. There are 2 more up the top here somewhere. And I thought one more was in the north and one was in the south. Just move our way through them. There's a lot of undead. There we go. That one's close to the others. So we've got that one, which is sort of up in this area of the fortress, which is close to where we were. And then the other one is way down in the south. Then we go back down below again. I'll just go back to the top. So we have somebody else has been caught in here. A Dark Gnome corpse was caught there. Just go and unlock that one. It's safe enough for us to go and pick that one up. We've got a goblin right lower arm. I'll just go and release that one as well. The guys are still sort of coming back out here. We've got corpses in through the... God, there's a heap of them that came in. An absolute heap of them. All right, so we've got that corpse there. We had the other corpse, which was over here somewhere. Where the hell is it? It's in here somewhere, I'm sure of it. Where are you, corpse? Now that one should be able to be seriously injured. We can have a quick look at the health and the description. Cut open, bruising. I think he's okay here. Like left lung is bruised. If we have a look at the attacks, there'll be a lot of attacks that would have gone through with that one through there. So certainly been in the wars. God, where the hell is it? I'm going to have to go back through all of these again. thing. Click on trader. So it's just on the edge. So where's our guys? Our guys are... Well, at least we know where it is. So let's just go and kill it. So we'll just tell it that this is now its new target. Confirm. And okay, so Began has gifted us a sub there to Klingzog. Thank you very much for that one, Began. That's very, very much appreciated. Here I come to save the day. Well, we've got this other one now. Now, I'm not sure where the others all are. Let's just unpause the game. So this is now the new one. It's still trying to catch up with stuff. It's freaking out the others. So that's down below. So it's scaring off, like the spinner, for example. They're fighting. Let's keep on going back through this other side. Where's our guys? They were just right here. Here they come. Zaradin. Oh, here we go. Zassit there. Not sure where the others have all got to. Yeah, I've lost sight of this other attack. Why am I finding this little attack so difficult to find? That's where the other one was. God, I keep on losing sight of this one all the time. So go for a second. Spinner. I'll just go back to the spinner here. And so is it further north than what I thought? Maybe that's it. Oh, that's actually, that was killed by the others. So that one's been sort of destroyed. So we've got the corpse there. If we go back now down to the other one, there's one at the south that was way down over here. Let's go back up until we find it. There it is. So, wow, actually I picked that one straight away, but not the others. All right, so just go back down and kill this one off as well. Confirm. Oh, what the hell is that? A giant porcupine. All right, so that would be interesting. So it's trying to hit the giant porcupine. We have giant creatures that come into here as well. This one's not undead though. So if we can capture this one, if it comes in towards the fortress, that one may be okay for us to actually trap, which would be good. Running away very, very quickly. Our guys are on the way. Just obsessed with this giant porcupine. God, where is it now? There it is. Might just keep this one locked on camera view. There we go. Finally caught it. Destroyed it. Who was that one? That was Atomic Ant yet again. So smashing his way through. So we've got rid of those. So we've got 49 hostiles. Still 2 injured citizens. We've now got Kivish, the spinner, in the bed. Looks like the other child has gotten away, and we've got the other kid down there as well. I'm interested to see how this one does go. So they're looking after this one now. Seriously injured. If you have a look at the health. and just have a look at the wounds. A lot of damage done here. A lot of damage. Go back to treatment. So this is all the stuff that needs to be done on that one. I was being diagnosed with abhorrent goo sickness. I haven't seen it before. That's interesting. So we've actually now got a name for the illness that comes from if they're outside. Being saying the weather where I am is finally cooling off, and I can wear my DasTactic hoodie again. Does you need more merch in the loot shop? I know I do actually. I'm going to. I was looking at that the other day actually, and I was thinking I've got to ditch some of the stuff, and I've got to add some new stuff in there. I think I've got a few things in there that don't really sell at all. So I'll have another relook and think about what I can do in there. But yeah, it's I have to think about that. Think about what to do. Anyway, let's continue on. So at least the threat's now been handled from outside. The squad will now just go back to its training regime. And yeah, that's all good stuff there. All right, that's good. And rock coffers. So the guys already gone back, have they, to their training? Oh no, there's no one in the training room. Yeah, that's all fine. Lots of this abhorrent goo sickness that we've now at least got a name for. Now we've now cleared all this out. What we need to do is just smooth out some of these areas. I'm just going to make this one into an actual, like a drop zone into here, in sense of the just digging more channels in that area, and I just want to then clean out these areas as well, just smooth them over. And so if we go back into, actually if I go back into, God, which one is it? It's not just mining. It's, I'm going to do more, just to sort of get rid of these slopes. Does that work? Yeah, that works. So we'll leave the slopes there, but I'll just get rid of these little areas in around the fortress. So just designate those to be removed as well. This will then just open things up really quite nicely for us, just to end up with stuff. Now, I don't really want the guys outside treating this as if it's part of the fortress, and they may keep on going out there to clean. Okay, everyone's coming back inside, that's good. Okay, we need flux boulders here, so we haven't... it's all okay. So we can't make any more steel unless we find the flux boulders. Now we've actually got a whole layer of flux boulders, so I can sort of just go ahead and start to dig those out. Yeah, we're getting more and more about the flux boulders. So what we need to do is we need to go and mine heaps and heaps of it. Now we've got this one here is a dark gnome right hand. We'll just go and unlock that one. That one as well is a lower goblin left lower arm, which has also been caught in the traps. I should get rid of all this stuff at some point, and we can now ultimately we'll be once we clear all this stuff, we're going to be able to make sure we need to get rid of that as well, that little corner piece there. So we'll just go back in and designate that one to be removed. All right, that'll be good. Okay, let's go back down to the Queen's bedroom and just double check and see how things are going. Actually, if we go back down to the to where we've got the jeweler, here we go. We're now starting to get stuff coming back in. The gold cabinets, we're not getting anything else showing up in through this other side. This is a well-crafted gold cabinet. This is a finely crafted gold armor stand and a well-crafted gold weapon rack, but it doesn't have any of the encrusting in it just yet. A new task. In fact, let's have a look and see. This one should be cutting more gems. I might just keep it going there. Now the other thing we had was we were running out of the flux stone to then go and create. If we go back down to F8, which is where I've got all my smeltering, this is on the bottom of the fortress. Looks like we've got more gold coming in now, so it looks like they're digging that gold area. We've got gold nuggets coming into this other side. The flux stones themselves are in here. So this is actually where we have to get the limestone. If we go into custom, we've got economic stone, and so that's lignite. That's actually for making coke. This was the one I'm looking for. This stockpile here, custom, economic stone. In this case, it's limestone. So limestone is a flux stone, which we use for making steel. So we need to go and cut more limestone. Now the limestone is way up around the bedroom layers, I think. So that's around F4-ish. Yeah, these are all limestone on this layer through here. It's limestone there as well. But we have to be careful because limestone this is all aquifer down this way. And so if we dig underneath this, we're going to flood the fortress. So I don't want to be doing that. But yeah, I'm sort of tempted to go further across. This is deeper down, this is going further up. Then we have kaolinite back in through here, which is sort of like clay, conglomerate there, which is all aquifer. So essentially we have aquifer in here, which is where we're getting out. This is actually where our water source is, which is coming in from the aquifers. So we've got the aquifer there. Even though this is a limestone layer, it looks like I'm fairly safe out this side over here. Looks like I'm safe. I've smoothed those out, so there's nothing that can actually come back down this way. I will actually dig this out. And then I'll start to dig along this area, and then we'll start to dig even more as we sort of get a bit closer in. Let's make all this one big mindstone quarry. I don't know what we'll use it for, but we'll just sort of see how we go. Oh, hang on. So this, see how the gem cutter cancels cutting the gems. It needs the rough gems in a linked stockpile because we've told it that there's a stockpile that it needs to go and get them from. So we need to find where those rough gems actually are. So we'll just go back down to rough gems. And just see where they actually are. Yeah, they're up in this stockpile here. I need to make a rough gem stockpile as well. Thanks for the subscription there, Tail Sly Fox. Very, very much appreciated. So we've got the Spring Plague saying a few more icons to unlock wouldn't be bad either. Could be marble with the Daz Flames, a waving Daz icon or something, really. So where's that? A few more icons. Oh, okay, yes, you're right. I should actually draw some of those up. I should draw them up. Just make sure that that's nothing we have to worry about. That's all okay. All right, so yeah, so we need to get the link stockpile with the gems in it as well. So that's going to be a bit different. Yeah, we've got this. Actually was the one that we were looking at before, where it actually went and automatically mined out the hematite, magnetite. So we were looking at this one, I think, just recently. We'll just keep on going back down. So rough gems. To do that one, we're going to need to get another stockpile. Actually, I have a stockpile here. I think this is where I really should be putting my gem stockpiles here, and I've also got it underneath here as well. There's lignite down this way as well, which I could then go and sort of start to mine. So we're getting lignite. I might just quickly go and get more of the lignite as we come across it. Just going to grab those. And it looks like I've been sort of getting lignite from back in here as well. So this is my this should be my raw stockpile down through this other side. So let's go and make a gem stock. This one just comes straight up to where this one actually is. So this will be for cut gems. We need rough gems as well. I may even create a second area, but this is the statues. So we've got different statues that have been created, but we can actually then go and encrust these. So if we go back down to more stockpiles down here, and we'll just go and get a rough gem stockpile, which doesn't have to be very big. So I'll just make it a smallish stockpile there. Just something like this. Accept, and this will be a gem stockpile. Go to custom. In this case, it's just going to be only rough gems. We're just going to go none to all of them, but then rough gems are just going to go to all in through there. So rough gems will be brought to this location, and I just need to then go and turn them off from the other location. So that's going to be where we end up getting those from. This then needs to feed back into this stockpile. It's a bit convoluted, but this is sort of what we need to go and do. So this is going to then be choose a stockpile to which the workshop will give items and then take items. So we need to go back in and take them from here. So gem stockpile 43, which is done. And I want to then give it, I'm just going to go and click on done, but I want to get the good quality stuff that we end up doing and sending that to a different stockpile. So I'm going to designate one of the stockpiles, this one here. If we just go and right click on this one, this is also a gem stockpile, but if we look at custom, this is actually our cut gems. So we need to tell it that when you cut a gem, you put it in this stockpile. So we'll just go back into the into here, go into the workshops, give it to this one for cut gems. So done. All right, that's fine. And we also then need to give the furniture, when it's done, into its own stockpile as well. We'll go above here and actually start to then have like a good quality stockpile in this other side here for the golden stuff. So we'll just go in and create like a gold area, maybe even up in here. Actually, well, it won't really matter that much. So I'll just go and place it around here somewhere. So add, accept. This will be a furniture stockpile, and we'll go and set that one up. So we've got furniture, custom, and none. Type will be, again, I only really want to have those things that we were looking at before. I'll keep beds off it. Cabinets, coffins, doors. Statues, tables, thrones, weapon racks, windows. I feel like I'm missing something, but that should be all, I think. Metal, it won't matter. I'll just go all at this stage. I think if we give it to a location, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think if we give it, I don't know if it'll actually then take other things as well. I think I'm just going to go all metals and all core quality, all total quality. I'm just going to go that way. Just see if this works. It's going to take us a little while to sort of see if this actually does happen. But in this case, that's now done. So we've got that one, and then this is going to be where this particular one then sort of feeds it into it. So this is going to go back into here and then give it. So we'll click on done there. All right, let's see how we go this time. Add new task, just go cut gems, just see if it does it this time. Needs rough cut gems in the long thick stockpile, so we just need to go and fix that one up. So we just go back up the top to F2 and this view the stockpile, go to custom. In this case, the gems I really don't need any rough gems. I'm just going to go none, and cut gems I'm going to go none as well, just so we don't have any of them stored here by default. Glass and stone I'm actually happy enough with. And then furniture, that'll be okay as well. That'll be okay. All right, got a couple of mine carts there as well, which are fine. We do want to eventually do something with those. Yep, that's all okay. Just go back down to F4 again, F5. Let's just see what actually happens here. Yeah, we need the flux boulders done. It's just bauxite. Like, I'm not going to rush doing all this stuff. 100 citizen. Yep, so still back in there. Kivish. So the kid is now okay. Okay, we've got a were llama. This is actually inside the cage here. So this one changes from a goblin to a were llama every full moon. That's what's happening there. And, oh, here we go. Where'd that one go? That's okay. I might send my guys out at some stage. Don't know what's highlighting that square. It should be these. Okay, the merchants will be leaving soon. That's okay. And now he's transformed back to a goblin again. Oh, here we go. Hello, there's a goblin head rolling around, which is currently bleeding. So this is one of the goblins that has come back to life and been caught straight away. Now that hasn't been locked down, so we'll end up sort of just getting that one. This is why I want to get more traps out through here ultimately. I might start doing that one now actually. So I just go back into my build, my traps. Cage traps are the way to go here. Hang on, use, keep building after placement, that's okay. You've got a fair few of these. Just get lots and lots of traps around the location. And we have no longer anyone that's actually considered to be injured. Placing the new traps. And they're cleaning up the area underneath the traps, which I'm not unhappy about. We'll check that out as required. Okay, so we've got building designations in here have been cancelled because we're finding more whetstone, so that's okay. I'm just going to let that happen. So we'll just go and get what we can. This is the flux stone that we require, and so this will then be going and collected and then taken to the bottom of the fortress to continue making steel. So I'll make more things as well. Let's go down now to the gem stockpile. So we now have a gem area through here where we actually have, and it looks like we've actually started to gem encrust the statues. So we've got square brilliant cut rock crystals. So these have all been now cut, and if we have a look at those, we can then sort of see, you know, that they're what they're worth. They're not worth a hell of a lot, but what they will be doing is then adding them in. So this is actually now this is a gold statue of a dwarf. The item is an image of a dwarf. The object menaces with spikes of well-crafted pink jade. So we've now actually got, this one is now a higher value gold statue because of the gem encrusting. So we'll start to sort of do that one. Now we do also have, if we go back into our chests, We do actually have some golden chests, which I wanted to keep them also for the Queen. I might come back to those. The cabinets we've got gold cabinet, which is here, which is fine. The what are they called? It's not the chests. It's what they call the equivalent of chests. I thought it still began with C. Coffers. That's what I'm thinking. There's coffins. There should be a gold coffin somewhere. No, not yet. We haven't made that one yet, but we do want to make a gold coffin for the Queen. So coffers, I thought was cabinets. It's either chests or coffers. No, I'm not seeing it there. And tables. Again, we'll ultimately be making gold tables for the Queen as well. We'll just keep things going there. I think we'll just sort of watch what actually happens in here. So it now has a cut gems. This is now just been designated to go and cut more gems. We do have another gold statue under there as well, which has been taken away. So things are being sort of cut through with this, which is good. And they've all been designated. So what are we doing now? We're now encrusting furniture, more furniture. So another statue there. We've got the one statue in that area. So the gem cutter's now in here working away. I could set up a second gem location. Oh, got some migrants that have arrived now. Okay, that's good stuff. Again, nothing for us to worry about. That's all underground. Just get rid of all this stuff, and we'll just watch the migrants as they arrive, I guess. So yeah, we've got a few of them now moving in. This one here is a mace dwarf. All right. Well, we may have to start a new military anyway. I'm thinking just something smallish. A thresher doesn't really do anything other than. But his military skills are obviously going to be fairly good, I would assume. Yeah, not bad, not bad. All right, so he's fairly good already. We've got a wax worker. Oh, hang on, what are you doing? Oh, this might be the. I think he's leaving. I think he's part of the. I was thinking that's unusual to get a military dwarf just wander it straight in. I think he's the guard for the caravan. I think they happen to be leaving at the same time. A weaponsmith. Wow, there we go. So we've got a weaponsmith that's come in as well, and we've got ourselves an animal trainer and a kid and a peasant. Tanner, gem cutter, there we are, another one. Herbalist, we're getting a lot here. Animal dissector, peasant, and a dog. Another dog. Now that's a male. What's the other one? Male as well. So 2 male dogs. That's it, I think. Oh no, still got more coming. Another peasant. Another kid coming in as well. Everyone wants to come and be with now that we've got the Queen here. We've got 111 now. That's good stuff. Still sparring, which is good. All of that stuff is underground, which is not really a problem to us. That's all okay as well. Keats have hatched. All right, that's fine. Okay, so Fath has become a sacred wickedness. Now, this is one of our religious guys, I think. Fath, the sacred wickedness, in through here. So we can. This one is now watching a milling demonstration in the. This is like a growers guild back into this other location, and so we've got adequate miller, novice cheesemaker. Let's have a look and see what we can find out what the sacred wickedness actually is. I thought that was more of the religious type group. So if we have a look at the groups, civilization, the religion is the ungodly faith, and is a member also of the Farmers Guild. And for the ungodly faith is the sacred wickedness, which is a high level. So high level group. If we go back up to the sacred, to the actual to the locations up here, if we have a look at the temples, this one here is the evil church. If we have a look and see what this one's all about, this is the ungodly faith, and Fath is the sacred wickedness of the ungodly faith. So this is sort of like the top level back into here. So we actually have a temple complex into there. So Fath is actually very, very important. It's sort of almost like the abbot, I guess, of the location. I think it was the abbot before. Have a look at the others. They're not going to have anywhere near the same. We've just got performers that we can actually have in this one. This one's a general performance area. So the queen performs in this particular location, sort of singing and doing stuff. So that's sort of one of her jobs, is to just in general senses. This is actually where people actually congregate. So she does have the ghost in there as well. Still coming back in to do all of these. What else have we got in the meantime? This is just a finely designed image of a dwarf. There we go. And then we've got Falcons has done this one as well. The dwarves are labouring. The artwork relates to the foundation of Twinkling Hammer, so this location. And then we've got this one underneath here, which is if turkey hen. The turkey hen is in a fetal position. The artwork relates to the slaughter of the turkey hen. we slaughter a lot of hens. And this one here is the bust of conflict, an exceptionally designed image of rhubarbs, the symbol of the truthful tomb, our civilization. So we're still waiting to have these ones come back through. I don't know if we've seen these ones. That was Klingzog. Yeah, we saw those before. I don't know if we saw this one. Yeah, that's okay as well. All right, so they're all still being sort of sorted out. Let's just go back down to the bedroom layer again. Yeah, if we have another quick look and see what her requirements are. Have we met any of them yet? No, we haven't. So when we hover over these, we've got a grand mausoleum now with all of this gold being put in, but we still need to put the needs to get the actual the everything else going. We've got one chest, one cabinet. Now the chests and things, we're going to need to build more stuff out of gold. A decent dining room. I need to make all sorts of stuff out of gold. I'll just go back down to the bottom of the fortress. So if we have a look at the, let's go and start to build the actual elements, the basic elements that we need. So if we go into the into coffins, we don't have any gold coffins. Let's just go and build one of those. Just go to F8. Down the bottom here, and this is where we're doing our gold. So we'll just go and add a new task. So we're going to go and build furniture. It's going to be gold, and it's going to be a gold coffin or sarcophagus. Can we make one of those? All right. So we've got a little bit of gold still in here now. So we need to smelter the gold. So we've got gold nuggets, and that's now making hematite. This one here is making pig iron. Let's see what else we've got going on here. That's making more. This is all the steel making. Steel bars being made there. That's just a kiln. So we have to slot in the gold somehow in here. But we'll just get things being built. So if we just go and have another look at the, we need to get two golden chairs. So if we go look at thrones, And we've got nickel tables, limestone, but no gold. So we need to get yeah, they're the thrones. So we're just going to make a couple of golden thrones. Add new task. This will be furniture again. Gold. And this is going to be golden thrones. We need tables as well. Add new task. Furniture. Gold. Thrones. And furniture. Gold. And a table. And we're ultimately going to be needing even more chests as well. So we'll just go back into furniture, gold, and we'll need more cabinets. We'll need more armor stands as well. So I might as well just start to sort of just fill up a few more of these. Furniture, gold, and the chests. So trying to get everything set up properly for a queen is actually a bit of a pain in the ass. Weapon rack. We need a cabinet as well. Furniture, gold, cabinet. There we are. All right, so we'll just let them sort of work their way through. A lot of undead fighting. Our military is certainly coming along fairly well. We've got 51 hostiles now. Let's just quickly rattle through these and just make sure there's nothing on the top that we need to worry about. Yep, that's okay. Yep, no, that looks fine. They're just heaps of zombies down below. This one here, just going to make sure that that is locked. Oh, what do we got here? A giant hamster. If it tries to get him into the fortress, it'll be definitely caught in one of these areas. They're not really a big problem to us. I should point out why that's coming in. Actually, I'll just put another cage trap in there as well. Yeah, that'll be okay. So yeah, so these, you see giant, we had a giant hedgehog before as well that was wandering around outside. When they come in, they come in from this side over here. So you'll see that there's like an area where there's no abhorrent goo. That's a different biome, and it's a savage biome, which means that essentially it's got like giant creatures come from that location, whereas everywhere else around us is undead. In fact, I think we can even see it from in here. We're right here, and this area through here is the Hill of Homage, and we're actually happen to be located in the Mountain of Threatening is actually the location that we're in. And so the Mountain of Threatening is the animating biome. So zombies come in from this location, but on the edge of the map is this savage land, and this is where the giant creatures come from. So that's why we sort of see the giant. Again, so much in this game is you know, it's not just random, the way that things actually work. I mean, it's random, but in a structured way, which is very, very cool. What we're going to do, we'll just go back up to F1 again. So we'll just see if this one does try to come in. Nope, it avoided everything. It's now wandering back off. So it's not interested in us at all. This just happens to have wandered past the fortress. They're all okay. Now we've got the cut gems, which is done. We might just go back down to that location and just see what we're doing down the bottom there again. So that's F5, yeah, F5. So we are now working away. You can see that we've now got certain things that have now been placed. So we've got more statues back up this other side as well. So it's a well-designed image of dwarves in gold by Curry Boglin. So encircled with bands of brilliant pink jades. On the item is a image of 2 earrings in lavender jade by Nil. So we actually have, so we're just starting to now really decorate these up. So ultimately we'll be able to do more things with them. I think this one's hauling gold statue of Rami. It's going to then just drop it here. There it is. Okay, so she's banning all sorts of different things at this stage. So the queens can get fairly annoying. I think we're okay there. Just let everything sort of develop. I'll just double check where we are. So certain areas are just being chopped, are being cut out. We've actually now got, this is kaolinite, which is clay. So we've got a little bit of limestone in here. But looking at the time, guys, I'm going to actually have to call it to a close at the moment because I've got a stream in an hour's time on the Slytherin channel. I'll be playing some Terminator, which is a fantastic game. God, that's a good game. Really enjoying that one a lot. Just let it continue on. We're not seeing any, like, they're going to stop anywhere where there's water coming through. This is from aquifers above. So we're sort of seeing that there's aquifers on this location. As we go underneath, we're seeing more dampness in the different areas, but this is actually now fairly secure with what we're actually then going and doing. But there are, if I go and dig through here, we're actually then going to be exposing aquifer to then go and essentially end up being inside the fortress in this other side. So we've now sort of got like another big location here where we've got the lots and lots of limestone. So I can just keep on doing this as I run out of limestone. I can just keep on mining that location for it. Everything else is going fairly well, but I will leave it here. So it could be trained as a mount, says Hev, the giant hamster, maybe. I don't know about that. So Braxis is saying, are you planning to have a gold floor for the Queen? Yes, we've got a few of those already. So this is her throne room, and this is her burial chamber. So I've sort of already put down gold flooring down through that other side. Just going back down to F8, which is I'll just get rid of that. Looks scary, but we've got magma underneath this floor. So this is the heat coming up from the magma. Just go and right click on that one. So we are building. Actually, we've just done all of the magma forging in through this other side. And there's all of that furniture is now being taken up the top there, I believe. So if we have a look, there, gold chest. That one's not doing anything. Well, let's go in. We've now run out of gold in here. We should be smelting more gold. Yep, smelt native gold ore in through that side automatically. Native gold ore. So they're just going to keep on now smelting the gold that we have in here. We're now starting to get a little bit of limestone down this way, which will then allow us to keep on getting our steel bars. All right, so that's sort of under control a little bit. Let's just wait for that to catch up. If we just go back up to F5-ish, yep, this way here. There's the gold sarcophagus, and if we have a bit of a look, we've now got a gold weapon rack. Now that one should have gems on it. So that's not where we want these positioned. What have I done wrong here? Yeah, I'm not sure. I know there's a way I can do it, but anyway, I have run out of time, so I'm going to have to leave it here, guys. So Bruce is saying this is why I can never get far in Dwarf Fortress. Yeah, actually we did that one before about reading legends. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back if you're here for Dwarf Fortress. I should be back again next week. Actually, I may not be. I'll have to see that. I think I still will be, but I know I've got some things coming up next weekend. All right, I'll catch you there. Catch you next week if you're around. Otherwise, I'll be back again on this channel over the weekend, and also on my. I'll be over on the Slytherin channel in about an hour's time to play some Terminator. I'm pretty sure I'm playing Terminator today, which I'm looking forward to. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.